let's talk about risk management. Arguably the most important thing in order for you guys to be successful long term in this game. If you guys remember the video where we were talking about the trader's mindset, 90% of Forex traders actually lose by over leveraging their accounts, going for the big bucks. Okay, so first thing is first, you guys need to understand that each trade we are willing to risk only 1 to 2% of our account. Okay, so for example, if we have a $100 account and we are willing to risk 1 to 2%, that means if we lose the trade and it hits our stop loss, we should only be losing $1 to $2 of that account. Okay, if we have a $100,000 account, if it hits our stop loss and we lose the trade, we should only be losing $1 to $2,000 per trade. That is proper risk management, and that's why I always preach, and you guys see me who follow me on Instagram and have seen all my videos online, whoever follows me on social media, I always preach leveraging a funded account from prop firms that is not your own money, and we're actually going to get into that. So for those of you who don't know what that is, it's going to get really exciting over the next upcoming videos when we get into that. But I preach that way you guys can get access to this large amount of money that is not your money, it's not even your own risk, and you could use higher lot sizes and make more money. So we can still follow the proper rule of 1 to 2% risk per trade and still make big money. So let's say you get a $100,000 funded account and it's yours to trade on. If you're risking 1 to 2% per trade, and let's say that trade wins, you know you're going to make, if you have a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 1, let's say you're risking $1,000 to make $1,000, that's, you know, an average risk to reward. It's not the best. Obviously you want to see about a 1 to 3 usually every trade I take, where I will risk $1,000 to win $3,000, right? And the reason I do that is because I could lose 2 trades in a row, lose $2,000 on that $100,000 account, but then my third trade that hits and I win on it, I win $3,000. So I just covered my losses and still made $1,000 on top of that. That's why risk to reward ratio is massive in this game. Risk management is massive in this game. This is what's going to keep you guys in this long term, as long as you're using proper risk management. So this video is very, very important. But not to get sidetracked, like I was saying with the funded accounts, if you have a $100,000 account, now you can make upwards of $1,000 to $2,000 per trade, right? As long as you're doing everything properly, what I'm going to show you guys. Well, the average Forex trader who gets in the Forex market and deposits their own money into the game are probably only depositing $100 to $1,000. Well, let's just say they're more on the higher end, they deposit $1,000, 1% is $10. Okay, so if they're using proper risk management on their trades, $10 profit per trade is not a life-changing amount of money, let's be honest. So the problem that happens with traders is they throw in a couple $100 to $1,000, and then they start using proper risk and they win their trades and they start doing a little bit better, you know, they get better at it. And then all of a sudden they're like, well, I'm only making $10 per trade on the trades I win. It's just nothing. So they get greedy and they want to over leverage, and then boom, they throw a standard lot on a $1,000 account and their stop loss is, you know, let's say 100 pips. So boom, your account's blown right there. All right, because you're not using proper risk management. So you guys need to understand risk. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys an example on the screen right now. We're actually on the currency pair GBP JPY, that is the Great Britain pound versus the Japanese yen. So if I'm going to show you guys a live example of how we're calculating this, let's say for example we can see the market's in a downtrend. I'm going to deep dive way more into this throughout the course, but obviously with the market being in a downtrend from the time frame we're looking at right now, we're going to try to say let's stick with a sell. So let's say our entry is right here. We can see the market has had struggle to, you know, break above this price and break below this price. This is a good area. So let's say currently where the market's at right now, we're going to sell it. Okay, and we're going to keep our stop loss above all this mess right here, because the market could still actually go above it, but we just want to make sure, just in case the market goes up and it tests this area, we move our stops a little bit higher. So let's say our stops are right there. Okay, and then we're looking for another area where the market could potentially go down to. Okay, so this right here would be my entry. Okay, let's see if we can actually change all this. How did I do this? Visual template. Oh, I don't have any of my templates on. That's okay. What we're going to do is I'm going to actually show you with the price range tool here. You can see our stop loss is going to be 38 pips. Okay, so from our entry right here, and you can already see the market's going down. That's actually a good area for the sell, but as we can see, 38 pips. Okay, that is our stop loss. And if we go back and we use the price ranging tool, our take profit would be 107 pips. Okay, so even if we wanted to just do a 1 to 2 risk to reward, 38 plus 38 is what, 76? So we'll even just do this just for simple math. So we'll move our take profit to 76. So this is actually a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio trade here. And basically, let's say for example, I'm going to take this trade and I know my trade is 38 pips. Okay, so if my stop loss is 38 pips and my take profit is 76 pips, well, let's start doing the math, right? So for example, let's say I have a $1,000 account and I want to risk 1 to 2% of my account. Well, on a 0.01 lot size, that would be, and I'm actually going to do this on my phone just so I can pull it up on the calculator here. That's 10 cents per pip. So that is $38 times 0.10. So that's $3.08. So we could go a little bit higher than that. So let's try a mini lot, right? That is a 0.10 lot size. If we were going to take this trade setup right here and see what we come up with, that is $1 per pip. So that is 38 bucks. So 38 bucks of 1,000, that's you risking about, what's that, 3.8% of your account. So that's pretty decent. You just have to move it down a little bit. So I would say you're going to be more in the range of using maybe a 0.07 lot size is going to be kind of your bread and butter there. So let's do that. 0.07, that's actually 70 cents per pip. Our stop loss is 38 pips. Yep, $26.60. So on this trade, if I had a $1,000 account, I would be using a 0.07 lot size. And I know if the trade actually hits our stop loss and comes up here, I would lose $26 of that account. That is 2.6% of my account size, which is not bad. It's still a little too high. Once again, we like to keep it around 1 to 2%, but you guys, just for the sake of this video, you guys are starting to understand, okay, this is how I'm calculating my lot sizes. This is how I'm calculating how big of a lot size I need to trade with. So if we win this on a 0.07, we know we're going to catch 76 pips in our favor. So that is 70 cents per pip that we're making on a 0.07 lot size times 76 pips. That is $53 that we make. Okay, that is 5% of our account. So pretty much we are on this trade specifically, just with the numbers we went over, we are risking 2.5% of our account to make 5% of our account. And as you can see, if we actually delete this right here and we can reuse it, and it's funny, we're just looking at this real quick. The market don't always do this, but it actually is a good area. We can actually track to see how much we would have already made off that current sell right here. So we can see that was our entry on that red line. The market is currently about right here. We already caught 12 pips on that. Okay, as you see, it's your number right here. That's how you calculate your pips. So the number up here, you can see 38, that's 38 pips. So that is how we're using proper risk management, guys. I could sit here and go through the whole math, but if you guys want to really make sense of everything and have everything just start being clear in your head, rewatch this video a couple times. This is how I calculate the exact sizes of my lot size, my stop losses. Everything just coincides, and I know exactly how much I'm willing to risk per trade. I want to have a good risk to reward ratio. This right here is what is going to keep you guys profitable long term, because that is the name of the game. When you guys start over leveraging and say we did a standard lot size and we hit 38 pips, you know, for you guys that just watched the lot size video, we know that's $10 per pip, right? So that is you losing 3,800. I mean, you blew your $1,000 account on that same example if you used a standard lot. On a $1,000 account, yes, you can still use a standard lot, but once again, if the market goes against you, actually that's 380 bucks. Sorry, I did my math wrong. I pressed a button on my calculator, but that's you losing 38% of your account, right? So yes, you could do a standard lot on a $1,000 account, but if you lost this trade, you lose 380 bucks. That is damn near 40% of your guys' account on that $1,000 account, as an example. So once again, it's all about using proper risk management. I hope this video just made everything clear for you guys on how we calculate our risk management, our lot sizes. Like I said, they kind of overlap each other, lot sizes and risk management. This is how I do it, and this is how I want you guys to start doing it.